Welcome back everyone, this is No Man's Land Survival Challenge, which I'm trying to compete against Daggerwin and Chainsaw in their multiplayer survival series. So the first thing I want to say is thank you to everyone who's subscribed or liked or commented. The comments have been fantastic, been really great, discussing gameplay with you, and I'm just amazed at how much the channel's grown so quickly from this series. And I just hope it continues and I can keep making good content for you all. So the first thing that we need to do today, the greenhouses will need some water. So actually I'm going the wrong way for that. So we'll get the greenhouses topped up first. We don't have much money at the moment, only $2,300. So once we've sold the flowers, mushrooms and the pallets from the greenhouse and the sawmill, I think what I want to do is I want to put some water tanks to these greenhouses so that they can run for a bit longer, because currently they run out overnight, so that's not very good for profit, and the way things are going I'm going to need every bit of profit I can to keep up with Chainsaw. The other thing that I want to do is upgrade the trailer. Our trailer's way too small for what we're doing now, so that will be one of the next purchases we get. And then after that, I'm not so sure, we'll probably need to cut some more trees down and keep the sawmill fed. All our fields, if we just have a quick look at the map, there's nothing ready to harvest yet, but what I have noticed is that they all seem to be at the same growing stage now. The canola was the first one we planted, and then we did the wheat, and then we did the soybeans. So those seem to have all caught up with each other, and even the oats. Not really sure what's going on there, but for the moment we've nothing to harvest. I'm guessing that next month we'll have something ready to harvest, so we might be quite busy with that. Perhaps instead of selling the trailer we've got, we'll get that made up to be a grain trailer, and then we'll just buy something else that can transport logs for us. I think I've made a decision that I want to swap, instead of selling the items out of these two greenhouses at the store, I think I'm just going to set them to selling, which means I will lose some profit. I think it's about 40% that you lose. So we'll do that just to save the start of every game from being me load a load of pallets up and take it to the store. I'm willing to take the hit on that profit. But I'll get this greenhouse topped up. I don't think the tomatoes need any. That seems to hold quite a bit of water. And then I'll get the trailer hitched up and get things loaded. So also, I think from a lot of the comments I've had about these smaller trees, because they were in the game from the start, that their growth stage is fixed. So we can just chop those down and get rid of them. There's no point in waiting for them to grow. So thank you to everyone who's messaged me about that. I know one of the problems with how I'm doing these, I'm recording these about 2 episodes in advance of what's being released to you. So it might seem like I'm ignoring your comments. I'm not. It's just that this is going to be episode 8 and you've only seen episode 6 so far, so anything that's being made is not going to come into play for about 2 episodes. But we will get rid of these. They're not in the way at the moment, and they're not going to make that much money for us. But I will get them so that we can modify the farm and at least start building a farm. But I'll get this trailer hitched up, start loading up the mushrooms, and then we'll head over to the sawmill and see how many pallets of wood we've got there. Okay, so I'll just load these mushrooms up and I'll come back to you when that job's done.
I can feel the heat is rising in that beat.
Okay, so that's the mushrooms on. Didn't go that well, to be fair, but they are on now. For some reason, when I put the first two on, they just don't want to slide across, so they are where they are. I was hoping to get 3 rows across the bed of the trailer. Okay, so they're loaded, I suppose. They're thrown on. I'll head over to the sawmill now, see how many pallets of planks we've got there to go to the store as well. I would like to find some kind of production to put the pallets into. I'm guessing there must be a carpentry workshop or something like that from the Platinum expansion, so we'll have a look at doing that at some point. Maybe today, who knows. Whoa! Okay, so the straps saved me there. Right, I'll get these loaded up and then I'll see you all at the store. So we made it to the store without any tragedy. Let's see how much this is going to be worth. $84,812. That's pretty impressive. But what can we do with that? Right, so yeah, I was just having a quick look at the production facilities, and currently they would pretty much take up all the money should I go for a carpentry workshop. But I think maybe it's time to start looking at a way of making some hay or some grass bales of some sort. I think I would like to get some sheep and start getting some animals on the farm. So I'm just having a quick look through all these mowers. Ideally, I could do with something that will row up for us. And I have a feeling the Novacat does that. Oh, well, we can't afford that one. In fact, we can't really afford many mowers. We've only got 87,000. We could go for something like this. 120 horsepower. We would need a rower, so we can have the wind rower. Something. I mean, you've got this one, the Smash. You could possibly use that. So if we said that was 20,000, the mower would be, so that would be 45 and 55. And then we would also need a baler. Preferably we want a baler with a wrapper, which actually we can't afford unless we went for something like that. What size does it? 175. Right. So I'm a bit stuck with money from just starting some grass productions. I did say I wanted to get a new trailer. I want something that's got a flat bed. I think I put a mod in. It wasn't in there, so it might be in bale loaders. So something like this Marshall here. Design. So this will be all right for doing bales. I'm assuming you can strap to it. Design without toolbox, with toolbox. standard. Backboard, don't really want that if we're doing logging. And we'll set up wide tyres or standard tyres. Let's do wide tyres. So let's do that first. It's only $12,000. Might need to leave this trailer, although I did want to get this one reconfigured, so we'll stick that into the dealer and we'll get it reconfigured. Might need to leave it up here. I'm assuming, well no, maybe, we'll see if we can tow it back. Customize. Well, we did buy that, so right. So we've now got our trailer for when it's harvest time to put our grain into. So the question is, can I hitch up the new trailer to the back of this drought? Possibly need to get closer than that. No, it's the wrong hitch type. Does this have a hitch on the back? Oop, go over. It doesn't. Okay, well we can leave this trailer up here for now. We don't need it until harvest ready, so. Right, and we can't hitch it up on the weight, so we'll have to take the weight on the front. I'm really so glad that I ended up with this Deutz-Fahr tractor. Right, so we'll get back to the forest and we'll chop a few trees down and then get those transported into the sawmill so it can start production again. Okay, so let's start chopping some trees down. Right, so that's about 5 trees chopped down, plus some slightly smaller ones. Yeah, I think I probably need to make these about 12 meters long instead of 6. So there we go. So I'll do that to all of these trees and then we'll get the loader in and try and get them picked up. Okay, time to get the loader and, well, let's hope we can pick these up. Might be wise just to take this small one down. Alright, so that doesn't seem to be too much problem for the loader. I'm a little unsure why it's staying up at that angle though. Do you know what I think's happening? I think the trailer board, even though it's not visible, I think it's still there and that's what it's resting on. Oh well, so this mod maybe isn't the best one to have, but it's what I've spent the money on, so we'll have to work with it for now. Just out of interest, can I strap them on? I can. Okay, so as you can see, I'm having a bit of a nightmare with this trailer. Majority of this has meant I've had to kind of position it with the loader and then get it strapped on. So I think we'll keep the trailer, but I don't think it's actually going to be any good for logging purposes. But it should definitely be good when it comes to baling. I do believe that the issue is going to be that although it's not visible, the backboard on the trailer is still effective in the game. So the only thing that remains to be seen now is what will happen when I connect all this up. Because I think that this the tractor's trying to do a wheelie, well a back wheelie, just with this front weight. Okay, so that's actually worked better than I thought it would. Right, so let's get these sold and, well, sold, put into storage. So we've got 20,000 litres of wood in there now. So we've nearly got it all picked up. It won't take long just to get these final bits. I might even be able to pick up some of these sort of thin bits at the end. Let's just see if I can pick these up. Yeah. Oh. Well, it says I can, but the hand isn't red, but it doesn't seem like I can. Okay, we'll just use the loader. So I think there's just these small bits. The small trees, I should say. I think that's all that's left. And I can pick these up by hand for some reason. So, is that it all? No, there's one more. So I think that's definitely it all now. We'll just get these into the sawmill and then we'll have a look and see what else we can do. I don't know when we'll see our first pallet of sawdust. I would have thought by now something would have been there. Okay, so the sawmill now has 26,100 litres of wood and 589 litres of wood chips. And we do have another plank. Hang on, that was white. Can I pick that up? No. Didn't think I could. Right, so I'll just head back to the farm and we'll have a look at what our next job's going to be. Yeah, so I said before about putting in the water tanks to the greenhouse. So if you just head to the production menu, construction. Now will it... Now will it be under silos? Don't think it's there. So what else could it be under? Silo extensions. Is that it there? Supplementary water tank. Helps you supply your greenhouse with water. It must be placed near greenhouses. So that is 2,100 for one of these. Oh, it's absolutely tiny. And I think the best place... about here maybe? And if we put one here for this greenhouse? Did I get that in line? Yeah, somehow I did. There we go. So if we have a look in the production menu, I wonder what that's done to our greenhouse. Yeah, I think it might even have filled it up with water, you know. Well, we'll empty what's in this Bowser and see how much water we actually get in. It did say 5,000 litres. So we've now got 15,000 litres. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but it is what it is. 15,000 litres, that should last a nice length of time. And in our large greenhouse, well, that's over 27,000 litres, so we won't be needing to get those anymore. So I did say at the start of the game, the two greenhouses, the mushroom and the flowers, they're currently set to storing, so I think I'm going to change that to selling. And the same for the flowers. Don't know if that means that anything that's already out here, if we have any, we do. So we could probably just pick those up, take them to the store. So I've just filled the tanker up so it's ready for the start of the next episode. There's no need to fill up the tomato greenhouse, certainly. I should probably change the output for the tomato greenhouses to selling as well. Right, so I think what I'm going to do is we'll just try and load up. We'll just load up these flowers and mushrooms onto the front loader, and then we'll head up to the store, get them sold, and we'll bring back the grain cart, the grain trailer, sorry. I'm really hoping that in the next episode we can start our harvest. So I'll just put them on there, and then I can pick the flowers up. Can I pick the flowers up? I can. And we'll just have a gentle run up to the store, and hopefully we don't lose any of our load. Yes, that was $12,650 for those. But we'll get this grain cart back to the farm. And I think to finish off, I know this is probably going to be a bit shorter than the other episodes, but I think let's have a look at a production that we can use for these planks. Okay, so I think I'll also just change these to selling as well. Right, so we'll just take it to the air. We can get a better look at the lay of the land. So I think the obvious place, if we're going to extend any more production for the sawmill, would be into here. I want to keep this area free to extend what is our canola field currently. I think this field, the one that we put the sorghum, no, was it the sorghum? Yes, it was the sorghum. That can get extended out when we buy, I think that'll be plot 47. So we can extend that field out that way. So certainly for now, let's see what we can get in terms of productions. So there's this carpentry shop here, which so it's just taking, so it looks like there's only planks, but there is long planks. So these planks seem to go like a backslash sort of shape, whereas the long planks are more of your forward slash. So let's go back to productions and just make sure that we're going to get the right sort of building to put stuff into. Okay, so that would suggest there that we're going to get, that we can use our planks that we're creating here. There is something in the no man's land though. That's lime production, sawmill, land bakery. I thought see the wood turner, I think he's using long planks. I think that's taking long planks. Flooring factory would need both. Barrel factory needs long planks. So this carpentry that's $60,000. I think that's the one we're going to go for. Oh, I actually see myself floating here. Look at that. Right, so no idea where things go, but this looks like the front of the shop. So if we just keep that in line. So I'll probably build a road in here to be able to pick them up. So I want to leave a little bit of space. I don't want it to be too close to the road, but then I don't want it so far back that we can't get round to the side of it to load and unload. So I don't know, maybe if we just keep it like that, take it back a little bit, and then we can put a shop front in, or a little, maybe like a little parking area or something. There we go. So that's our new production in place. Let's go and take a look. And we do actually have 2 planks already. So if I run into the, get into the Deutsche Fahr, and we can bring those over. Right, so the only thing to figure out now is where to actually place these, because I don't have the interactive market switched on. And I'm going to guess that you put it in round the back. Or perhaps not, so maybe this is where the product comes out from. And this door here is where we tip into. Oh, that's it. There it goes. Right, so in our production menu, we've got carpentry now, and we've got 2,000 litres of planks in. So because we've got planks, oh, we can actually put wood direct into here, but let's just make, if we just activate the furniture, because that's all we've got is planks as an input source. So it's saying for every 5 planks we'll get 7 pieces of furniture and 0.1 in wood chips. And we've got 2,000 litres of planks. So that's 400. So 7 times 4 is, that should be 2,800 litres of furniture. Is that right? And furniture is worth, well, currently 5,000, but 6,600 is the maximum. So it's on its way up. And planks are worth 3,000, but a maximum of 4. So I think actually it's probably better just to sell the planks, but I don't know, that was quick maths. Right, so I think that'll do for this episode. I know we didn't seem like we got much done, but we're really just waiting for harvest, for these crops to be ready. I'm sure that once that happens, we're going to be absolutely flat out. So again, I really just want to thank everyone for all your views and just how well you've received this series of No Man's Land. But that's it for this episode, so take care and I'll see you all in the next one.